Hi, my name is Zeba. Today I'm making a quintessential fall winter vegetable dish from the state of West Bengal in India. It is a medley of fall and winter vegetables, lightly spiced, and it's a comfort food. The dish is traditionally made with all sorts of winter and some fall vegetables like winter squashes. I have butternut squash here from the CSA. This week CSA, I have some eggplant and I have some potatoes. You could also add sweet potatoes, daikon, radishes, anything, all winter and fall vegetables. I actually throw in a whole bunch of greens at the end. I'll tell you when. The dish is called Labra, and the most important spice in this dish is called pachforon, which literally means 5 spice seeds. You can find it at local Indian grocery store. These are dried bay leaves, a couple of dried bay leaves. I have about 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of cayenne pepper. I will be using maybe about 1/4 teaspoon of cumin powder, salt, and a little bit of sugar. Of all the spices, the pachforon is the most important spice. It is not labra without the pachforon, the 5 spice seeds. Try to get the spice from the local Indian store. I have a heated Dutch oven here, a medium heated Dutch oven, to which I will add a teaspoon of ghee and a teaspoon of coconut oil. You can also use a mix of olive oil and butter, or olive oil and ghee. I like to use the coconut oil in this. And to that I will add the eggplants to brown. Once the eggplants are brown, I'm going to take them out in this pan. I will add a dash more ghee and coconut oil, and I will brown the potatoes now. As the potatoes are browning, I'm gonna put the lid on it so that the potatoes slightly cook while they're browning. Potatoes are browned. I will take them out. You can move them around in the pan halfway through so that we get more browning on different sides of the potatoes. I'm going to add a dash more ghee and a dash more coconut oil. I think these are about a teaspoon or less. And into that go the seeds, spice seeds, and the 2 bay leaves. You stir them around for a little bit. You don't want them to burn, you just want them to perfume the oil. So once you start smelling the spices, 30 seconds is when the potatoes go in. And I stir the potatoes around with the spices. I actually have the heat to between low and medium at this point, and I am going to put the lid on it. After about a couple of minutes, the butternut squash goes in. So the vegetables go in an order of how long they take to cook. Stir it around in the pot a little bit. I still have the heat between a medium and low. I think I'm going to put it to medium at this point, about a medium heat, and I'm going to put the lid on it again. The butternut squash sat there for about 4 minutes, and I did stir it halfway through. Now the softer vegetables go in, the eggplants go in, the turmeric and the cayenne pepper goes in. And about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin goes in. Stir it around with the spices. And then I have about 1/4 cup of water. And put the lid on it. The heat is again between medium and high. This vegetable, the vegetables do not remain crunchy in this recipe. They're more of a mush than crunchy. So we'll let it sit for several minutes now, maybe up to about 10 minutes until the vegetables start to break down a little bit. It's been about 4 minutes and I'm checking on the vegetables. We don't want the vegetable to scorch on the bottom, so my vegetables are dried up. All the water has been soaked up, so I'm going to add 1/4 cup of more water to this. And I will add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt at this point, and put the lid on again. It's been about 5 more minutes and I'm just checking that my vegetables are cooked, especially the potatoes. Others do fine. So potato looks cooked, all the water has been soaked up, the butternut squash is soft, mushy. At this point, this dish does take a little bit of sugar. At this point, when the vegetables are cooked completely, I will put a heaping teaspoon of sugar. And then toss it around. I'm going to add a splash of water that makes the sugar dissolve a little more easily. We don't add the sugar at the top because sugar, for whatever reason, I don't know the chemistry, but it slows down the cooking of the vegetables. So we add it at the end. And if you look, it is a little bit of a mush kind of vegetables. At this point, what I do is take a handful of chopped greens, all the greens that we get at the CSA during winter, and put that in here. I'm going to give it a little bit of a test. I think the sugar, the sweet and the salty is balanced, and we're done. Today I'm serving the labra with some khichdi. Khichdi is a porridge-like dish made of lentils and rice, and it is a comfort food for winter and fall. I'm also serving some pan-fried salmon from Naknek Family Fisheries. No Bengali meal is complete without some fish, so we have to have the fish fried. You can also serve labra with any kind of Indian flatbreads like puri, chapati, or even naan. In a pinch, I also use tortillas, warm tortillas to serve with the labra, and there it is. Enjoy.